Starting out in GTA Online can be overwhelming. We have all been there. So if you're new, stick around because these are essential tips that I wish I knew earlier when I first jumped into this game. When you first start out, chances are you don't have any aircraft of your own to help travel quickly across the map. But there's a simple workaround that most new players don't know. You can call Merryweather and request a helicopter pickup. This only costs $1,000, and once the helicopter arrives, you can just shoot the pilot and take the helicopter for yourself. It's a great way to get around the map early and make everything from missions to exploration way easier. One of the simplest yet most overlooked things in the game is the lucky wheel at the casino. You can spin it once every real life day, and while it might not seem like much, the prizes are actually really solid. You can earn up to $50,000 in cash, get free casino chips, clothing, which is the worst, RP, and sometimes, if you're lucky, the podium vehicle. That's a completely free car. Spinning this every day adds up, especially when you're just starting out and need every dollar that you can get. Whenever you get the cops on you and your vehicle gets impounded, your first instinct might have been to head over to the impound and break it out. But there's a better way. If you bought an office and have an assistant, you can call them, and for just $1,000, they'll send your vehicle back to you. It's so much easier than trying to break into the lot, especially when you're really far away, maybe across the other side of the map. This trick is very handy for that. Out of all of the daily activities in GTA Online, stash houses are by far the most important. They spawn every real life day and are shown on your map with a small purple icon. Once you're there, you can just break in, eliminate the enemies inside, and then find the yellow sticky note that contains the code for the safe. Open the safe and you'll either receive $30,000 if you do not own any businesses, or a full resupply for any of the businesses that you do own. That's a massive reward for something that only takes 3 minutes. Seriously, never skip these. If you own a bunker, make sure you take advantage of the shooting range inside. Completing the different challenge keys in there doesn't just give you a sense of accomplishment, it actually unlocks crazy perks. One of the best rewards is increasing capacity for throwable weapons, letting you carry up to 5 more of each type. It's easy to miss this entirely, but it gives you a real advantage in combat and it's totally worth trying. When you're in a vehicle and cycling through your weapons, it can be super annoying if you accidentally skip past the one you want. We've all done this. Instead of scrolling all the way through them again, just swipe left on the touchpad on console and it'll take you back to the previous weapon. It's a small detail, but it makes switching way smoother in high intense situations. You can actually commend other players for being helpful or friendly. Most people ignore this feature, but if a player receives enough commendations, they'll get a small but useful perk, up to 10% off at ammunition. Not bad for just showing some positivity in the lobby. So if you have the opportunity, commend other players if they are helpful. There are 3 main sewer entrances across the map that are great for losing wanted levels. One is at the end of the LS River near the casino, another is off the highway, which we all know, and the third is near the police station. These locations are perfect because once you go far enough into the sewer system, police and other enemies will not follow you. On top of that, they offer a sneaky way to travel under the city without being seen. If flying planes or helicopters stresses you out, go to the flight school at LSIA. Not only does it teach you how to control all the different aircrafts in the game, but it also pays you for completing each lesson, with a total payout of around $250k. This is hands down the best way to get comfortable with flying, and it means you won't be that player begging not to be assigned as the pilot during any other activity that requires flying. It's tempting to buy that flashy supercar as soon as you have enough money, but don't. In the early game, those vehicles don't help you at all. They offer no protection and can't help you make more money. Instead, spend your early cash on armored vehicles like the Kuruma or invest in businesses that generate passive income. Get rich first, flex later. Every in-game day, which is 48 minutes real life, you get charged fees for every business and property you own, especially if you've bought upgrades. These fees can add up to 20 to even 30k each cycle, and if you're you're not paying attention, they'll slowly eat into your profits. A good habit is to set a timer for 48 minutes when you join a new session so you can swap lobbies before the charges hit. If you're using a homing launcher or auto aiming weapon and there are multiple targets around, you can actually cycle between them by tapping the bumpers. This helps avoid accidentally locking onto the wrong person or vehicle, especially during chaotic missions or PvP. If you have an auto shop, make sure you're customizing vehicles in there. Doing so unlocks exclusive modifications that aren't available in Los Santos Customs, and over time it can save you a lot of money through discounts and give you cosmetic options others don't have access to. Sometimes when you start a sell mission for one of your businesses, you get a really bad one, like free delivery vehicles for one person. If that happens, just switch to a new session. You'll lose about 5% of your product, but it's better than running out of time or failing the sale. When you load back in, start the mission again and hope to get a better version. When you're in a hurry and need to call someone fast, cycling through your entire phone contact list is the last thing you want to do. Instead, pressing left on the D-pad lets you scroll through a whole page of contacts at once. Super helpful during missions or when you're being chased. You can also use the arrow keys on PC to do this. Here's a sneaky little trick that can instantly drop your wanted level by 1 star. If you're out of sight from the cops, head to style and change your appearance slightly. You can do this by adding or removing a mask or any accessory that you have. That one tiny change can remove a wanted star, even if you're at 3 stars and have a helicopter circling you. It's an easy way to get the heat off you without needing to call Lester. If you haven't got access to any businesses yet and you're low on cash, you can actually get free snacks at Simeon's Deluxe Motorsport. Just walk in and grab them. It's a nice little perk that most players overlook, and it's really helpful when you're just getting started. Every real life day, 2 time trials become available: the standard time trial and the HSW time trial. The standard rewards 50k for completion, and this usually takes 5 minutes. The other one rewards 250k for completion. That's a super easy 350k just for putting in a bit of driving practice. It's one of the most efficient ways to just log on each day and make daily money. If you own multiple MC businesses and they're full of stock, you might have noticed how annoying it is to get raided by NPCs. You can completely avoid this by disbanding your motorcycle club when you're not actively using it. Just stay registered as a CEO instead. You won't get raided, and your stock will stay safe until you're ready to sell or resupply. It's one of those game mechanics that isn't obvious but can save you a ton of hassle. One of the biggest missed opportunities for new players is not taking advantage of weekly events. Every week, Rockstar adds triple or double money and RP on specific game modes, missions, or even businesses. Sometimes it's on heists, other times it's on things like vehicle cargo or nightclub sales. There are also vehicle and property discounts every week, and some of them are massive. Always check the event week updates to see what's paying out or what's on sale. It can seriously multiply your income and save you millions. If you're still going into the interaction menu to eat snacks or apply armor mid-fight, there is a much faster way. Hold down the weapon wheel and use specific buttons to instantly eat snacks or apply armor. This makes a huge difference for PvE or PvP fights where every second counts. Stop fumbling through menus and get into the habit of doing this. This one might sound obvious, but a lot of players, especially during heist or missions, have no idea what to do. If no one is talking, just look at the bottom of your screen. The current objectives is always listed there. If you're standing around waiting for instructions, you're not paying attention. Honestly, MC businesses can be kind of a grind, but there's a trick that you can use to make them worth your time without needing to buy supplies or do any of the awful sell missions. Just complete the daily stash houses that we mentioned earlier to refill your product for free, and then sell to street dealers when you can. It's so much easier and way less painful than trying to run full sell missions with terrible vehicles. This method will save you so much money and time, and it's the only way that I run my MC businesses now. Do you ever call your mechanic and the car spawns down the street or across the block? Well, there's a trick for that. Stand next to a road, face your camera to the floor, and start walking forward. Doing this makes the car spawn in front of the direction that you're walking. It's a weird little trick, but it helps a lot to get the car to spawn next to you. If you've got an active heist bus with Leicester, either from your apartment, facility or arcade, you can actually use that invite as a fast travel method. Accepting the invite will warp you straight to the heist planning board, and it even keeps you in the same session. This is super handy if you're on the other side of the map and you're trying to get away from griefers. We all hate those annoying NPC calls. You can't block them completely, but you can reduce how often they happen by going into your settings and tweaking a few options under notifications and contact services. It's not a perfect fix, but it cuts down on being spammed every 10 minutes. This is going to save you so much annoyance. Definitely do this. If you want to keep tabs on certain players in your session, there's a feature that lets you do that. Go into your phone contacts and select highlight player, and then their blip on the map will begin flashing. This is useful in PvP or just keeping an eye on someone who you think might cause trouble. If you're aiming a weapon and want to throw a throwable without switching weapons, just press left on the D-pad on console. On PC, it's the G key. This lets you toss grenades on the fly during fights without fumbling through your weapon wheel. After completing your first dose missions, you'll unlock the Freak Shop, and inside is a completely free weapon workshop. Use it to upgrade and customize your weapons early in the game without paying the extra fees from your agency or bunker. Super useful if you're trying to build out your loadout without going broke. Are you tired of smashing the back button to close Maze Bank, Warstock or whatever website you're browsing? Well, you can just press triangle on PlayStation or Y on Xbox to instantly close the web page, or you can press spacebar on PC. It's a small time saver, but a very welcome one. There are 5 treasure hunts in GTA Online, but most players completely forgot about them, and they're amazing for beginners. There's the Navy Revolver Hunt, the Double Action Revolver Hunt, and the Stone Hatchet Bounty Hunt. Each one earns you 250k for completing them, meaning that's 750k total for just a couple hours of work. Do these early on and set yourself up with some extra cash. Here's another great heist related trick. After completing a heist setup, set your spawn location to your heist planning area, like your apartment, arcade or facility, and then just switch sessions to an invite only. You'll instantly spawn there, saving a bunch of travel time. A lot of people avoid first person mode, but it actually removes recoil on most guns and lets you move more freely while shooting. You can strafe sideways or backwards with no slowdown, and it makes you way harder to hit during missions or heists. Try it next time you're doing PvE, it's a huge advantage. If you own a clubhouse and consistently ride one particular bike more than the others, it will eventually become your favorite bike. Once that happens, anytime that you're riding that bike, you'll get a stat boost like faster health regeneration and increased gun damage. It's not a huge boost, but in tight situations, this is one of the most unknown features in the game. So if you rarely ride bikes in this game, definitely start to, because the more you ride one bike, it will become your favorite, and this feature is super clutch. And there you have it, tons of things I wish I knew sooner in GTA Online. Hopefully you found some new tricks here, or maybe you're actually using a few of these like a pro. Either way, if this helped you out, drop a like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and let me know in the comments which of these you didn't know, and if you got your own secret GTA tips, I'd love to hear those too. And I'll catch you in the next one.